Okay. We are theoretically back, I hope. I don't know. Either way, the recording's going. We are live, as far as I can tell. And we will jump back into it. So, for. I know all of you guys heard what happened, so we won't necessarily have to recap on that, other than they just took the dude and closed the shop. So you, Astra, are left standing there, and
Yeah, so I'm going to try and find another shop that I can try and get an explorer's pack and a small table with.
cool. So you start to walk back in the direction of the inn, which past that you can actually see a sign as you're walking that says Trade District is the other way. So walking towards there, we will shift over to Frostbite with your hiring of the dude.
Yes.
All right, so you met the guy. You told him where to meet you. He ran off down an alley with your money. You hoped for the best, and then did you just tell him to meet you back in the inn, like in a few minutes or something? I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so as you are chilling in front of the inn at the Chunky Pig, you see this guy who, at that point, you don't even know his name yet. He comes from around the corner walking towards this inn, almost as a surprise because you don't really know for sure. He kind of just ran off with your money. He comes strutting from around the corner. He has the biggest, most ridiculous velvet wide-brimmed hat with a feather hanging out of it on his head and a fur coat hanging off of him, and everything else is still these raggedy, dirty clothes he's living. And he just comes strut up to you like he owns the whole town. And he's like, "Hey, boss, where
Well, to see. Well, first off, we're going to get you some food. Second off, well, we to this tavern for a while because we have a meeting to do and also to go hunt some bandits, basically. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I went down to the trade district and I bought for 3 gold. I feel like I got the best deal ever.
Well, he like bland, Frost carefully feels the coat, checking to see what kind of fur it is, if they can.
You get the impression that it's not one animal.
Is it gonna be like warm enough for cold?
It looks pretty warm. It's kind of like a mix-matched compilation of a few different types of furs. Like the sleeves are kind of brown, the left side's kind of gray, the other side's kind of like a darker gray. There's some spots along the like neck area. And then there, as you're kind of checking it out, there is a tag hanging off of it from the inside that says Modish Ensembles.
Can I ask a question out of game?
Yeah.
Is this guy the poor version of a pimp?
No. Not as far as you know.
No.
Okay.
Frostbite's the only person that's met him so far, but the impression given is that he was homeless and he feels like he got a good deal on some clothes. He's very excited about it.
Let's get you some food first off, and then afterwards once we begin, figuring out all that's going on.
So he said, food sounds really good. Would you be able to cover it, though? Because I kind of just spent all of that money on these two things.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I haven't asked you. I didn't mean to be rude. I haven't asked your name yet.
The name is Frostbland. It literally means frost leaf in my native tongue.
Looks like it.
That sounds kind of cold. Is it cold?
It is cold, because, well, yeah, it's very cold. But, yeah, I'm a foreigner here. Like, to put it bluntly, I am very much a foreigner. I can cover the food, don't worry about that. That's part of your contract.
That's great. I'm Jerry, and you guys kind of walk in there and like order some food and stuff. It's lunchtime. You get to find out where the Chunky Pig gets its name. It's up to you if you buy any, but they are essentially selling out as the day goes on what seems to be a very popular pork-based meal.
How much is it? Like, how much is it, and can I guess how much would be able to feed, in a way?
You can get a plate for like a silver piece, and it's a nice portion of a meal. Like, you're going to be really full.
Yeah, I'll get 2 silver, two plates. One for me, one for Jerry. We'll just sit down, have some, brunch or lunch. Just
all right. So you guys sit down to eat. He's very thankful for your meal and gets to try to talk and to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
I know I sent you a bit of a backstory, but for the purpose of our viewers.
He was originally a scientist that was fired because of a explosion that happened that he was blamed for. He was a lead scientist.
Yeah, at the alchemical plant outside of town, it blew up.
Yep.
An unfortunate accident. They pinned it on him.
And he was
fired him and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Another scientist.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you get that part. Off to the library. Digby, we'll start with you. I'm gonna let you know about the books that you had picked up.
You only picked up one book, and it was a source of dinosaur bones.
You took that one with you, but you had found 3 books that were written in the canine language, and so I was going to let you know a little bit of what those were about.
Okay.
If you would like.
I would like to.
Okay, so basically...
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Hey, there you are.
Yes.
Yay!
And for a minute, and couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I definitely
Yes, we can hear you.
I was kind of hesitating on bringing up your part in case we still couldn't hear you. So.
I'm sorry about that. Like, not only that, but everything was delayed. Apparently, my entire computer just decided to have a heart attack. Yeah, I
Yeah,
fixed
welcome
it.
to the club.
Everything's good now. Yeah, I could hear y'all the entire time, too.
No, I mean, the internet went out. Everything was going crazy. It was no good. So basically, I'll give you like a short synopsis of what you've learned, but then in the future, if anything comes up that you would have some information on having read these books, then I will let you know, and you can kind of jump on it from there. Is that fair?
Very well. Okay.
Okay, so of the 3 books, you had The History of the Isles, as told by, and the name was just a paw print. Like, there wasn't anything in a word. You had Life is Woof, and The Invisible Leash. So Life is Wuff is a fiction story about 101 chihuahuas and a dragon who wants to turn them into a blanket.
This is a horrible story. It better have a happy ending.
Well, I don't want to give the ending away to you, but we'll see. The Invisible Leash is an empowerment text about taking control of your life and being at no one's will but your own. Take life by the leash is used metaphorically throughout the book.
I already am, and I'm owning it.
Hell yeah. And then the last one is The History of the Isles, as by the signature of a pop rant. And basically it details the founding of the Isles before they split into East and West March, covering the reign of the royal family before the king and queen died and before the war. And it also includes some advancements of agriculture, some stuff about trades and the ship routes along the coast and through the archipelago side of the eastern half of the country, which is now called West March. And it comes up to the point before the war, but it seems also pretty recent.
Okay. If there's any history checks about this place, I'll ask.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just... if we come across anything and you're like, wouldn't I know about this from that, then go ahead and ask, just in case I'm not thinking about it, and we'll go from there.
Alright, well, the first thing I would like to do is, since I already have my thesaurus, is go to, I guess, the equivalent of Barnes & Noble with a Smith shop.
You're going to Bass Pro Shop.
Oh my
Barnes & Noble.
God, Barnes & Noble.
I've actually never been there.
You never been to Barnes & Noble?
Nope.
How have you lived?
Simple, by breathing oxygen, drinking water, and eating food.
Oh, see, no, that's all bad. Oh, no.
Not bad trumpets.
That was not right.
So I just figured out that Witchery did get a steal for that. For the coat and the hat. Because cold weather gear costs 20 gold piece, like 10 gold pieces usually.
Hey, that's actually a pretty good deal then. Now it's pretty interesting in appearance, but
yeah, it's pretty interesting in appearance, but it also gives us a show of, oh, wait a minute, this guy might actually be very charismatic. Because he is. He's got a 21 charisma.
You just can't
All
help
that
but
gear-
like the guy. Thank you for those
all that
shout-outs.
gear gives him a plus 10 in charisma.
No, he has a natural 21 in charisma. Yeah. I ruled his stats. That is the one good stat he got.
My gosh.
All right. Digby, you were saying you want to find a bookstore and you want to go to
No, I want to go to whatever is the equivalent of Barnes & Noble here.
The best thing that you have come across has been the library, which I know is not the same thing, but that's where the books are.
Okay, I would like to go to a textile shop or blacksmithery.
All right. So you also see the signs kind of in the area that you're at that says Trade District that way, and start to make your way towards that. But we will jump over as you guys are on your way. We'll switch to Kovac. You're still where we can hear you, right?
I think so. Can y'all hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So cool. Let me open my note here.
Oh, you have notes for me.
Oh yeah, I have notes for everybody.
That's
Yay!
the applause. Slightly terrifying.
Hey, don't think that I sit here and just make up all of this on the fly. I mean, that might be what's happening. Just don't think that.
Never not thought that.
Oh God.
Oh, you have an echo.
It's the idea that matters.
Do I have an echo?
That's
No, not anymore.
there was
Okay.
there was was like this time that I thought you were a ghost. Okay. What is going on here? Oh, is that a real cricket? All right, my thing was being weird. Anyway, so you were studying in the library for anything that you could find on the astral chain. Is that correct?
Anything, even a slight mention.
All right. So when you first went there that night, the lady that was there basically, she tried to help you find a couple things, wasn't overly helpful, and then basically was trying to like close for the night. But you came back in the morning, and here we are. Have been searching, getting a little help, and spending some time reading for quite a while here. And as you are going through, you're picking up just some basic, very, very vague and basic information, like a couple mentions here or there between 3 or 4 different books that you're skimming through, on something about an astral chain, or at one point you find something that is described similarly, but they haven't had a name for it. But you're not finding much actual detail. And as you are in the midst of really pouring through these things, you hear a woman's voice from behind you that says, "You won't find what you're looking for in these trivial texts."
Well, I never really suspected so, but, well, it never hurts to try.
Right. Well, if you...
Wait, how in the hells do you know what I'm looking for?
I know a great many things.
That's not at all vague and cryptic.
Surely not.
Well, do you think you can help?
What is it that you do know about the astral chain?
Well, I'd rather not go into great detail, but I know of its existence, I know of its power, I would say, and I know mostly quite a bit. I'd rather not get into pure detail.
Fair enough. Well, she kind of stands there and like studies you a little bit with kind of a not quite skeptical, more inquisitive eye. Like she's kind of sizing up your genuine knowledge or pursuit thereof. And she tells you that she is an archivist for a group called the Enlightened. Her name is Vasilisa Vistani, and the group of the Enlightened that she works with basically is in... There is some crazy background noise coming from somewhere.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think that's just him breathing.
Oh no, that was me going up the stairs.
Oh.
Oh.
A noble cause.
Yes.
No, it's all good. So, essentially, she explains in short detail that the Enlightened is a religious group that follows the goddess Aola. I might be saying it wrong, Aola or Aola, something like that. The goddess of knowledge, and their way of best serving her is the pursuit of knowledge and sharing it with the world. And she, being an archivist, is a higher, or rather one of the highest ranking people in there, and it is her duty to maintain this library. But she is quite well aware that none of the books here are going to be too in-depth on that.
Well, he at first kind of, like, not judgingly, but suspiciously, like, looks her up and down the way she did and says, "So how do you think you could help my cause?"
I am in search of new followers and or people who are willing to hunt down new pieces of knowledge. And while working on that, might come across knowledge about some things that they are looking for.
So basically, it's a group of share all knowledge.
Yeah,
It's a collective.
You get the impression that's also a bit of a cult, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah. We have dental.
Hey, there is a dentist in town.
Yay.
So, to hell pay the good intentions.
How let me ask you this as a side thing. How old is Kovac in the sense of like how much time have you been spending on like studying and learning and like being a wizard?
Well, like the first moment that he actually found the I could say found the first time he actually saw the astral chain was around 5 years old. He's in his like early 20s, so he's been spending time researching in being a wizard since then. So roughly about
Fair bit of time.
18 years.
Okay. Make a history check.
All right. All right. Let me get my character sheet up to see what my bonus is, because I think I have proficiency in history. I don't know. Let me see here. Yes, I do. I have a +7. That's fun.
Ooh.
Hey, I tried to make it work with the character. All right, so that is a 15 + 7 to a total of 22.
22. Okay, so in your studies throughout all of time, you've learned a lot of things about a lot of things, right?
Right.
You are not quite sure what exactly it is that is kind of tipping you off, but you feel there is something about her name that makes you think of something that is not native to this place.
He like questioningly says, "I don't know why, but do I know you? You seem very familiar."
I'm going to type out her name in the chat here for you too, so in case you want to note it or anything.
I might actually be able to help you say it because I actually know how to say a lot of things like they're not native to English.
It's Vasilisa Vistani, but I don't know how clear that comes through. So, so no, you guys haven't met, but she does hear that a lot because she just presents kind of a friendly vibe, but with some confidence. I don't know. A lot of people ask her if they know her. So the name Vistani stands out to you. You feel like she's from very far away is what I meant there.
Mm.
Do you ask her about it, or do you keep that in your back pocket?
I will ask her about that. Like he like stands up as a means of respect, but he's not standing up very far. He's 3'5". He says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
She gives a little bit of a laugh and said, "No, I am from just about everywhere, but most originally from Barovia."
Well, I'm not from around here either, so we have something in common.
Very good. Well, are you interested in some work?
Oh, why in the hell's not? Sure.
In search of knowledge, I am looking for a formula or some type of... that's okay, Frostpad. Do some gambling. some type of information that would help me to create. Guys, my chat's not working, so I'm like coming back and forth. To help create the elixir of dreaming visions. If you
do I know about that?
you can roll Arcana.
Yay, I have another +7 in that.
Mm.
You sure you don't want me to roll medicine?
No, Arcana is more appropriate.
Alright. Come on, lucky dice. Roll well. Alright, so that is an 18. So that adds up to... So 18 plus 7, that is a... I can't think right now. 25?
25.
25, yeah.
25. I got 25. Let's go.
So, interestingly enough, though you're fairly knowledgeable, that does not ring a bell.
Jeez, a 25 doesn't work?
Crazy as it may be. So, she also offers no further explanation on what that is. That is something to be learned. She only knows that it is hopefully going to be quite useful, and it can be a powerful thing. She knows that the alchemical plant that used to run outside of town was working on this elixir before it blew up. It has since shut down, but they basically just closed it off and then didn't do anything else with it. So she is hopeful that someone could get in there and try to find some things. And who knows, while you're in there, you may also find more information that you would be perfectly able to keep. She's interested in any information, but most specifically that.
Well, you have yourself a deal. I help you, you help me.
Fair enough. So you're going to need a way to get past the fence. But other than that, if you find something, bring it back here.
Will do. Gosh, out of pure curiosity, what material do you think the fence is?
Oh, it's just wood.
Oh, that's perfect then.
All right. Anything else that you want to talk to her about before whatever you're doing next?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
Wait, actually, I do ask her where I will be able to find her once I finish.
She is always here at the library.
He or he?
She is a female human.
And I am a male halfling.
There you go.
Very small.
Very small. Yep, she is always at this library. No one ever sees her leave. She lives here. It's a whole thing. Where do you want to go after this? Do you want to meet up with everybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and meet up with everybody.
Okay, so let's see. Oster's going to trade. I think everybody was going to trade district except Frostblade was eating. Do you
Eating and
Get it to go.
Yeah, I'm eating, gambling, and teaching some people how to play a game called... It's basically a war game, but with dice.
Okay.
It's a war game, but with dice. So it's 6. You have 3 6s, 3 4s, 2 2s. So you have 3 6s. The 6s are seen as commanders. The 4s are seen as basically lower rank, and the last 2 are enlisted, basically.
Okay.
So it's basically like combining, but you do it tactically. You've got to tactically do it, so that way you get the even number. rather than an odd, but you have to roll the dice to see what it is first.
Interesting. So there is a way to win this and win some money, or lose some money?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
It's... Yep.
All right. So you find a couple people that would be willing to compete or gamble.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a couple rolls to expedite whether or not you win or lose, and see if you win or lose any money?
I'm willing to do that if it makes it more simple for you.
It would, yeah. I don't know how to roll a D2. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's called a coin flip.
Coin flip. Roll,
So you roll 2d2. You roll 2d2, combine the 2 you get. So I got a 3.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do that.
So I got a 3. Now, what that means that I would lose unless you also get either an odd number, in which case we roll again.
All right, we roll again.
Yep.
4.
That means you would win this round. That means your enlisted men have managed to push down my enlisted men. That means you have one more wave. You have one more wave than me. But now you have to fight my berserkers, basically, or like professional troops. So you roll 4d4. I roll 4d4, and you roll the 2d4 or 2d2.
Did you make this up, or is this an actual game?
It's an actual game. It's a very complex game, but it's basically kind of like...
I got a 2.
Okay, so that would mean, with that in mind, you actually take out one of my pieces. So I have 1d4 only. Now we move on to you. You have 4d4 versus my 1d4.
Alright.
Somehow it's like Frostbite just flipped the script and is now the DM.
Hey, he's gambling with other war patrons, so like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's an
Frostbite
interesting little game. It's an interesting little game. It's basically the, So, I have a 3. And then you roll your 4d4.
Re-roll my 44?
No, you have... your 2d2 is gone.
Okay.
You're on to your 4d4.
Okay, I rolled that. I got a 3, 4, 3, 2 for a 12.
I don't see it. Where is it?
It was like right above. Oh, I rolled it and I didn't realize my GM thing was on. Here, I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
There you go.
11. Okay, so with that in mind, you take my pieces. You take those pieces. Now we roll a 66. Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like, so you roll a 66.
Okay.
Welcome to history. So 25. Now you roll your 4d4.
Oh god.
12. So I've taken HP equivalent to half, basically. So now I subtract of that 25, and that's the number I have to play with, basically. Then now you roll your 66.
And try to take out your 13?
Yes.
I got 22.
Yep. And that means the patron would win the game.
All right.
But so
then you owe the patron something.
The bets are usually around 5 to 10 gold pieces. 10. 5 to 10. No, 5 to 10 like gold is what it usually is. It's weird. Or, well, it's 5 to 10 of currency. Of currency, basically.
No, it's a standard. Okay, so the patron, cheers and is like, he's so excited that he won, and holds his hand out and says, "I'll take that 10 platinum off your hands."
Oh, clever.
What have you gotten yourself into?
Clever little...
You've just gotten yourself into a
lifetime of debt. Clever little thing. However, instead, I will present you. Instead,
You're gonna have to use one massive persuasion roll there.
You'll offer a what?
Instead, well, 10 platinum, you say?
10 platinum. That was the agreed upon amount.
Tell me, how much does amber sell for here?
I don't purchase people. I'm not sure why you would try to sell me someone named Amber, but that is wholly inappropriate.
No, the minerals. The mineral.
Oh, he has no idea.
Well, where I come from, that is the customary currency. Is amber. It's a goldish material. Yellowish goldish.
He says where he comes from, they use money.
Indeed.
So he stands up, starting to look a little bit frustrated, but with kind of a smirk on his face at the same time, and says, "Are you telling me that you don't have the money?"
And if I don't?
Then we might have to settle this another way.
So I think this guy's a shifter.
Is with you on the shifters.
And what way do you mean? Do you mean perhaps a fight?
He looks completely appalled. And he's like, "What? No, we would never disgrace this fine establishment." And he reaches over and grabs a mug off of the nearby table that's not even his and just starts chugging.
Oh, he's doing a drinking competition.
A drinking competition? You're on.
Do you participate?
Yes, I do.
Word
Right.
for the wise for everyone listening. This isn't even like in game. Word for the wise: don't go in a drinking contest against the biggest guy in the bar. You will lose.
Hey, Frostbite's a pretty big guy.
Unless you're its backseat.
That's right. All right, make a Constitution.
Constitution?
Save. Yeah.
That's a 15.
Okay. 15, you're perfectly fine. Go again.
I'm at 16.
You're still good. He's already looking tipsy. Go
Are
ahead.
you sure? Yep.
It's only getting better.
And next was that one.
He rolled a natural 1 on the last one, and then he just rolled a natural 20. You're both good.
Second wind.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
Oh, he's looking rough. He's starting to sway.
Oh God.
Now, at this point, you see that the entire population of the tavern is cheering and surrounding all of you and just yelling, "Chug, chug, chug."
12.
Oh, you're starting to feel it. It's kind of starting
Yeah.
to hit you all at once. The room's starting to spin. He is swaying way worse than you, though.
Oh, God. I will keep doing this. 15. Oh, Lord.
He kind of steadies himself on the table, and you're starting to sway almost as bad as he is. He's still
Yep.
a little bit worse, but it's getting bad. It's anybody's game. Go one more.
9.
Your consciousness is going in and out. You think you probably only got one more in you. And you're getting the impression he feels about the same. It's down at last roll. Unless they tie. And he collapses. And you're pretty sure he hit his head on the table upside down.
That's gonna hurt. Never challenge a northern man. Never challenge a northern man to a drinking competition. Ugh, God. Tell me, what is in this drink? It tastes it tastes good, but hell does it hit hard.
That is homemade ale. Made right
Homemade
here in
ale.
town.
Well, good show.
It's called
Good.
It's called the Slaughtered Swine Ale.
Slaughtered swine. Well, I will have to recommend. I suppose I'll recommend others. Frostbrand is sort of tipsy, but is like. And now,
Oh no, you're drunk.
yeah, I am straight up drunk. Like, not grabbing the purse, but like, just like, me, buddy.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Hold on, I've got to look up what would happen if a drinking competition for.
So, the guy that just collapsed, do you want to, like, search his pockets or anything? Or
It's sort of like search his pockets, but I'm not looking for money.
oh, what are you looking for?
Like, I am drunk out of my mind, probably, so the main thing I'd probably be looking for is. Sort of out of a respect, I'm not going for money, but I am gonna take his belt.
His belt.
Yes,
Okay.
that is it. It's give me the belt.
All right.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. So, the bartender is now asking who is gonna pay for all of this alcohol.
Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll cover it. How much? It's probably like 14 silver here.
No. Let the loser pay.
Let the loser could pay.
He like kicks him a little bit and is like, yeah, you'll wake up at some point.
Yeah.
All right, so you come out after all of that. You come out with a belt.
Yes.
Is it
And I am going. I'm going to fashion that belt. Like, I'm going to give it to Jerry and go, keep that.
Make it a +1 belt. It does. The +1 doesn't do anything. It's just a belt of more beltiness.
Belt one, the belt.
This is the most belted belt he's got. The belt lived on to be the most useful tool that Jerry ever had.
The belt is so powerful it makes him grow hair follicles.
Jerry's
That
just
was
looking at you like with just a shit-eating grin, like he is just having a great time watching all this go down.
yeah. All right, we've got a meeting to attend to.
Okay. Do you just wait there for everybody to come back, or do you go traipsing around town with everyone else?
I mean, I'm going to try and get the group back, but I am drunk as hell.
Oh God. Okay.
You're probably going to get a fine because of public indecency.
Yes.
Jesus. All right, Jerry will help you try to steady yourself. Okay, so you come in from a couple different directions. But on either end of the trade district, you can see little booths with like a town crier kind of person that's standing there, but he is not really yelling news as much as he's just yelling like, "You look like you're not from here. Do you need a map?" And it just starts waving paper at you.
Is it free? It's like slurred speech. Is it free?
Yes, it's always free. Do you need a map?
Yes. Yeah.
Would anyone refuse the map?
I'll take the map and give it to the dog.
The dog.
I would not approach this person.
What is happening?
Well, I just drunk a man under a table. And I'm
I
drunk.
understood that.
Belt. You stole his belt as well.
Yes, stole his belt too.
And what a nice belt it is. Can you guys see the map change?
Yep.
Yep.
So on this
Oh,
map,
now I can.
No, you can't. I thought you said you died again for a second. On this map, it looks like that, and then the numbers correspond to this that hopefully just popped up on your screen.
Yep.
This is the map of the trade district and all of the shops therein. Number 1 is the inn in which you have a room at.
And our inn is right next to the lumber yard. Wait, no, it's right next to... Wait, why are there... Yeah, it's right next to the lumber yard.
Alright, I'm gonna put all you guys... Who's not out there?
Wait a minute.
Shouldn't be at the end right now, would it?
Or a little Jerry.
Hey. Let me get my character out here.
Go back.
I need to label it Jerry.
Jerry. Jerry.
Nice, Jerry.
Jerry.
I will take that drunk penalty.
Good lord.
A -1 to charisma checks.
Yeah, that'll go over well.
Yeah. Ooh, give him the fire wine belly condition. Essentially, anytime if he dies of fire damage, he deals the same amount as a fireball around him.
Good lord.
Well, it's ale. Depending on what kind of ale, it might be.
Switch, you want to move it over to the map?
All right. So you guys know from talking to Jerry, he went to modish ensembles to get those wonderful clothes. As you are walking up, and you guys are like all meeting up and everything, this is the first time that you've seen Jerry.
I kind of just sigh into my hand and say, one of two things. The first is, why do we have a homeless pimp with you? Second off, why are you more drunk than a basilisk who just ate his last meal?
Jerry, tell him I had a drinking contest and he was a head alchemist.
So
Oh,
that's not confusing at all. So Jerry goes to tell you guys that he was gambling and he got himself into a bit of debt, and so they changed it up. He got super drunk, took the dude's belt, shows it off a little bit, and he said that he got these fine clothes with the 6 gold that he was paid for multiple years of service. Oh, we lost Oscar.
Yes.
There's back.
Oh, he's back.
And so he got it there at Modest Ensembles. Feels it is the best deal ever, and that is when you notice, those of you who aren't drunk, that Jerry looks like he is very itchy. Not in the like I just went and did drugs kind of way, but in the like he's itchy kind of way.
are you okay? Are you having an allergic reaction to those clothes?
I don't think so.
Show your
No.
skin.
Can Frostplant say something?
Yeah.
He was caught in an alchemical fire, so his skin probably hasn't healed.
Wait, when you say an alchemical fire, do you mean the one that's outside the city limits? That's the chemistry place. That building that was supposedly destroyed.
Jerry, do you know what they're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. I used to work there.
Oh,
So
great,
that's
then
the
you're-
one you were the head scientist of.
Oh, head scientist. That's great because I actually need to go there.
Yeah,
I'm not
he
the
was-
one.
Well, they have it all blocked off. The city shut it down.
Oh,
City
don't
sheriff.
worry, I have my ways.
Okay, fair enough. So are
Besides,
you
if it's
guys-
blocked off, then there's no one there. And if there's any security measures, you know the exact way to get past them, which means you are going to be very helpful. Besides, he paid for what's almost your expected lifespan. So yes, your use begins today.
I feel like my whole life savings was in that, and I just spent it all on this coat and hat.
Well, if you're lucky, then you're going to be paid then more than just gold.
Also, who is breathing into their mic?
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
More stairs?
I'm
Yes.
dying.
Stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, geez. So if you're going to try to go into the alchemical plant, Jerry would recommend probably doing it at night and not broad daylight. Not that it's running, but like, suspicion. But he would be willing to help. I don't think that he has much choice, but he would be willing to help.
Yeah. Man, it's really good that you just so happen to hire the head scientist of an alchemical plant.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Jeez. Alright, so you guys
I mean-
are sitting there, and you're...
So did I end up getting an explorer's pack while I was out in my...
Hey, well, I haven't done. How long has it been?
You did not acquire anything because they tried to accuse you of stealing. So you are still on the hunt. And Digby, what were you asking?
Hmm?
I thought
Hello?
you were asking something.
I'm sorry, I was just quite. Never mind. Continue. Whose turn is it now?
Oh, I mean, we're just talking.
Really? I was waiting for my turn for so goddamn long. I was just staying quiet.
Oh, yeah, you guys all met up, and you're standing there looking at a Itchy Jerry. He shares his story with you about having been the chief alchemist at this plant, but it blew up, and they blamed it on him, shut the place down. His family left him, and he's been homeless for a couple of years.
First of all, I wanted to get my shopping done before all of this, before I even went into the bar, before I even
Yeah,
met up
same
with them.
here.
You guys kind of ran into each other in the trade district.
I would just like to get my shopping done for this. Basically, I just want to turn the book into some sort of whacking stick at the blacksmith, and I want to get a leather bag for myself. I mean, a human-sized leather bag.
A human-sized liver bag?
Leather.
Oh, leather bag.
Leather.
Okay.
Also, don't turn the book into a whacking stick. You need to return it.
Good lord.
I'll do whatever the hell I want with it.
So you guys are standing there on that row in front of the inn there. You are on either side of you is you can see signs: Flourish, Whisk and Roll, and the Grooming Gurus. And then you can kind of carry on from there. So from what I've heard, you got looking for supplies, looking for a leather bag, anything like tinkering and useful for an artificer.
I'm just really looking for a plain normal leather bag.
Leather bag. Okay. All right, let's see. You should go to...
Am I at 31?
Look on here. I love the list.
Wait.
Shady trims and threads.
All right, 31. All right, so you go walking down the road, and you are observing all kinds of interesting places, which I hope you guys have had a second to see all of the stuff. Let's see here.
You know, just for the hell of it, after I'm done with all this, I'll also go to, where was it? Good. Oh, here you go. Serenade Tempest. And buy myself a small ukulele.
Cool. All right, so you make your way traipsing by, going around, checking it out, and you find yourself at the Trendy Trim Threads. As you guys walk in, you see that basically everything in here is lots of different types of fabric and materials and threads and things and whatnots. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll be satisfied with a pillow.
A pillow?
Yes, a very fleshy, nice and soft pillow.
I'm being slow as I go through all my notes. Excuse me. Of course, because I'm looking for it on my list, I can't find it. But I
It's the
know,
last one, 31.
yeah. Okay, so as you're going around, you are not seeing any kind of actual made materials or anything. Or like pillows or bags or not. It's just the supplies to make it yourself.
I say inside my head, I have the urge to burn everything. But don't do it.
Um,
Just more suppressing it.
Jerry, would he know what you were looking for? Did you tell everybody why we were going there?
Wait, I have everyone with me? I thought I was on my own on this one.
Well, I just figured you guys were all walking around. Jerry has a suggestion.
Very well. I will listen to Jerry's suggestion.
Okay. Jerry says that there is a little shop up the road. It's kind of an interesting place, but it's like a general store survival shop kind of a thing. But it has an interesting name. It's called Cataclysmic Doomsday Apocalypse.
We're going there. I want to go there.
Okay, he's pretty sure that they would have like bags and pillows and various things.
Well, lead the way, Jerry. Lead the way.
All right, Jerry.
And by the way, Jerry, I'm surprised you're taking me talking nonchalantly.
Listen, lots of weird things happened at the plant, and honestly, it's just not even the weirdest thing I've seen.
Anyway, any bioengineering research?
It was alchemical, but there were things that would affect other things in interesting ways, but it's probably not the same.
I'll take your word for it.
Fair enough.
I am not the one, like, walking in the front.
You're not?
That ain't me. That ain't me.
It ain't me either.
I'll be the one walking in the front because even though with Jerry, yeah, me and Jerry just walking.
Besides, a noble is always surrounded by those who can protect him.
That ain't me.
Okay. So as you guys are walking through town on your way over here, you notice that a few people have their eyes on you, and you can hear yelling in the distance down one of the side roads. But you're kind of cutting across here. It sounds very angry. You get...
Hey.
What?
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. You get to the front of this building, in which it has a sign in all capital letters. It says Cataclysmic Doomsday Apocalypse. As you are going to go in, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The moment that door even starts to open, and you notice that it is a well-oiled and very smooth opening door, where lots of things are squeaky. This is not. It slides open like a dream, and you are immediately greeted by this dude. He's a human guy. He says, Welcome to my store. I am so glad that you guys are here, and I have a feeling that you will be able to find anything that you need. And if not, then we will probably just look for it anyway, because the end is near. Let me show you around. Do you need food? Do you need weapons? What do you need? Bags? Do you want to see my bunker? The end is near. And he is just like high energy, to say the least.
I whisper to the Yorkie Terrier right beside me and say, I think this man has lost it.
Well, yes, sir. I'm actually looking for a backpack, a bedroll, some mess kits, tinder box, 10 days of rations, water, skin, and tent, and a small table. since the end is very near, I believe that
The end is
we'll
near.
be able to get this pretty cheaply too, because money's not going to be that necessary when the end happens. Am I right or am I right?
He grabs your hand and starts to like pull you across the room, and he's like, "You are absolutely right. Money means nothing. The end is near. Sometimes I just feel like that we might just have to go hide in my bunker because who knows what is going to happen next. But yes, we do have tables." And he just stops in the middle of everything and flips around, squats on the floor, looking face to face with Digby. And he says, "I am so sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Cornelius, and in the end, it won't matter if we are dogs or cats or people or things or trees. I don't even know." And he's like grabbing his face at this point. He is kind of freaking out. He just starts pulling things off of the shelves, different things that you've listed, and is just like lining the counter with all of this stuff. Pillow, bag, all of the various things that you just listed. And he is like, "Do you guys want to see my bunker?"
I am
Holding?
to him and. Oh, sorry, you go first.
Do you have a bag of holding, by chance?
A bag of lots of bags hold lots of things.
It holds infinite things.
Infinite things. I can give you a bag that holds little these, and he just pulls out these little like wooden carvings of the like the infinity symbol, the little sideways 8 looking thing. You can stuff as many of those as you want into this thing, to a point, and he just like shows the leather bag.
Yep, I guess I'm good with what I've already gotten with the other stuff.
I'm gonna ask if he has if I could find. I would like to find a leather bag and or a pillow and something I can just attach to this thesaurus on a stick or a bat or something.
Thesaurus on a stick.
Yes, and or bat and or metal object I use to swing.
Okay, you want to like make the book swingable?
Yes.
Okay. He's got some poles and things. You can probably figure something out there. If you're looking to try to craft things, there are lots of places in town. There's always, if you're looking for tools, there's the Workborn Blacksmith. You can always get some pottery, some glass blowing. There's lots.
I think I do what I want now. I'm very sorry for interrupting.
Lots of things. And then he like walks away very quickly across the room back towards the front and like cracks open the shutters on a window, and he's like, "Did you hear that?"
What?
I think this guy had way too much coffee today.
Coffee's dangerous. How could you live forever without coffee?
I just take a deep breath
This man
and
is losing
breathe
it.
out.
Sir,
Did
I
you-
believe that was the end that's coming, and you need to go hide in your bunker now.
I just ask you to take that word, please. Oh God, please, please. And I do mean this in the most nicest way possible.
You guys, I think someone is coming. And he like slams the shutter back up and tries to go lock the door, and he holds his finger up to his mouth and he's like, "Shh, don't let them hear you.
Please trust me.
Let's hide. We can go to my bunker." And starts like trying to usher you towards the back of the shop.
Question. The moment, I'm sorry, but the moment he turns his back on me, I'm going to hit him to knock him out with a book.
My God.
Okay.
Wow.
Roll your attack.
Sweet mother Christ.
You don't have to worry about damage because, I mean, you're not trying to actually hurt him, just knock him out, right?
No, I am not. Just knock him out. Put him to bed by night. He looks like he needs some damn sleep. Okay, what do I have? What do I put down? Athletics or yeah, we call it athletics, right?
Yeah,
Close enough.
I think
yeah.
it's athletics.
Yeah. I mean, basically, you're just... It's like an unarmed... Well, it's not even unarmed, it's a book. So, yeah, just do that. because it'll give your strength,
I think it's an improvised weapon attack.
essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Athletics.
I'm scared of the
Normal roll. Wait a minute. He turned his back on me, so that's advantage, correct?
Yeah, go for it.
Advantage. Ooh, I think the 23.
23.
Yeah, I think so.
And
You sort
okay, so
immediately knock him out.
you swing this book or throw it or however you go about. Is it thrown or swung?
I stand on my two back paws, grab my book, and just slam it on the back of his head.
Okay. So with surprising confidence, it's like he moves enough where you think you're not gonna hit him, but then you still clip him on the side of the head, and he like catches the book as he falls over. But he immediately starts to get back up, so he's not knocked out. And now
I cast minor illusion on myself.
That was a 23. How the fuck is he not knocked out?
Yeah, I cast a minor illusion on myself to make it look like the space that I'm currently occupying is like nothing is occupying it, so it looks like it's an improvised invisibility.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Also, that's a cantrip, not a spell. That's a cantrip, not a spell.
That's fine. That seems to work out just fine. He's kind of focused on the book and the dog. He turns around and he is just shocked. He's like, I understand that people do crazy things in times of great stress, but if you would just want to relax, I have space in my bunker.
I just found out that
If you don't want to,
okay, sorry, I added a little.
I heard somebody talking, so I waited.
Yeah, that was my wife. She was talking.
No worries. If you don't want to check out my bunker, I understand it's always here, but the end is near, so you should always be prepared. For all of this stuff, he like goes back to the counter and starts kind of taking everything in, and he's looking. He was like, is this all together or is this separate?
Mine's separate.
That place was separate. By the way, as for the thing I want to something for a book, I want, I guess you could call it, a pole like, Raven's Claw on the top bit of the pole that could extend out, grappling hook.
You want to be able to pick stuff up from high places?
Yep.
So he doesn't necessarily have those things, but he does direct you to try to go to the Workborn shop to get tools made. And they can make just about anything.
Fine, then I'll just get the leather bag here.
Okay. Do you also want like the small table and stuff you were looking for, Astra?
Oh, yes, I want all that stuff.
Okay.
And you told me it was free earlier, so I'm holding him to that.
There is actually one thing I want to ask him if he has.
Okay, what's that?
I go up to him and say, I go up to him and ask him if he has a blanket of fortitude, which, if you do not know what that is, I can send it to you all right now.
Yeah, send
There we go. Yeah, that's the blanket of fortitude.
The happy war of fluffy stuffing wonders.
Essentially, it's a blanket that once you throw it up and pitch it like a tent, it pulls a Harry Potter and becomes, or a Doctor Who, whichever one you like more, becomes much bigger on the inside and and its inside is specialized to the person who put it up. It also has infinite amount of hot cocoa and marshmallows, and the interior is entirely made of blankets and pillows.
Interesting. That sounds very useful. However, he does not know of any such thing. He would point you to try, perhaps, the shop called Forward Thinking Visionary. because he's always got some crazy stuff in there.
I tell him I'll check it out.
All right, fair enough. As far as all of the things, you mentioned holding him to that he said it was free, and he gives you this kind of funny look like, you was trying to take advantage of my thing. But you didn't even want to try my bunker, so if you're not worried about it, I guess I'm not either. And he says,
No, sir. I am very worried about it. It's just I have my own nice bunker that is already fairly well set up. I'm just getting a few more supplies for that bunker because I'm not a big fan of being around with a lot of people. So once I just really go in bunker by myself.
I meet death head on.
Really, deception on that.
yeah, go for it.
It's a 15.
Okay, so as you say that, he actually climbs up on the counter in front of you, like squatting down, not even a squat, but actually like resting on his knees and feet. And he tries to place his thumb on your forehead and closes his eyes and starts to kind of hum a little bit.
With him.
Make just a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the building. This is too weird for Kovac.
Can I be humming with him?
You can hum with him. You don't feel anything happening, and then he stops.
Arcana.
Yeah, go for it.
If he's using magic, that'd definitely be Arcana.
Yeah, give it a shot. You kind of feel like he's literally just holding his thumb on there, but he thinks he's doing something.
Okay.
Can I help out? I'm actually proficient in Arcana.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, Kovac is leaving. This is too weird for him.
Okay.
Yeah. So Frostbrand is like, even I'm not drunk enough for this.
Oh, damn, I only got 15.
It's okay. He takes his thumb off and he says, all right, if you got your own bunker, but if you ever need an upgrade, you let me know. And he offers
do that.
He offers to let you take everything all together for 1 gold.
You know what, sir? You drive a hard bargain. I'll give you that 1 gold.
Hell yeah. Or just remember, the end is near.
Oh, definitely. And I'm going to go ahead and head out of the shop, too.
All right, be careful out there.
Yes, I don't like people that much, so I'm going to go ahead and get going.
All right.
I'm going to be outside waiting with them.
Where do you want to go next?
They can be selling this thing, right?
Yeah. Maybe you got your bag. Did you want to go to the...
Oh yeah, I'll go to the crafting place. But here's how I'll do it. Yeah, but here's how we'll do it. Since I got my bag, I'm gonna jump in the bag. Then I'm gonna use Mage Hand to carry bag with me inside of it and fly my happy ass out of here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, guys, right fast.
They say that the edge is near when the dogs fly. I have proven it.
All right. Really fast
Hey,
forward.
guys, I actually don't. I'm just whispering to the group here. I don't believe in any of that shit I was saying in there. I just want to put it out here. That guy was crazy. But while we're outside of the place,
Jerry gives you a nod. All right. As you're making your way through town, and you're on your way to Workborn Blacksmith, you pass by, and every time you pass by the place that I'm looking for, the Whiskers and Tails Wonderland, you see that there's someone just standing in the doorway and is just staring directly at Frostblad and Digby. Just staring you down. But I mean, doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything about it. But every time you walk by, you notice that.
I'm sorry, north what now? So,
I didn't understand that.
So where is it that we're walking by?
Are you walking by Whiskers and Tails Wonderland?
These aren't names.
I opened the here. Did that pop up on your screen?
It did.
There you go. It's the name of everything and then like the basic function.
well, do I see them? Do I see the employees of the Whiskers and Tail Shop, Wonderland?
Yeah, he's just staring at you.
Hey!
Oh, hello.
I just, from a distance, hey! What's your name?
You're just yelling that out of a bag?
Yep, no, I'm like outside. I have my front paws. I have my head sticking out of the bag. That's how
He's
I'm
doing
driving.
like a white. He's in the position of what white women do to their chihuahuas.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Thank you.
I just want to know if this is like a disembodied voice from his point of view or if like he can see you.
You can literally see me. He or she.
Okay. It like perks up and doesn't answer you and looks a little bit suspicious and goes back inside.
Yeah, I was going to do a bit here. But whatever. Trying to go back inside the store.
You're going in the store?
Yeah, I'm going into the, what was it, the workboard tool blacksmith?
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were going to go in the little pet shop for a second. All right, as you're walking through or walking by the pet shop, you see dude kind of pokes his head back out again. So
You know what? I'll just poke out the door with a middle finger dog paw.
Oh, okay.
And then slowly go back.
Okay. So you make your way through, and you're heading that way towards where the map shows that Workborn is, and you notice that the yelling that you heard earlier is getting louder the closer that you get. And as you turn the corner to, let's see, yeah, to kind of make your way over to there, you see very tall, more, like the shape of a carport where it's not really a structure, it's just a roof.
Shape of a carport, just a structure of a roof?
Yeah, you know how carports are, like it's just a roof, there's not like other things.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shape, right? And you can see like, blacksmith things like a forge and the anvil and some workbenches and whatnot. And you can just hear a very loud, like rumbly kind of voice is just yelling, and then you hear someone else yelling, and you realize that from the signs the Workborn blacksmith is across the street from the Furyborn blacksmith. And as you approach, you can hear/see that both places have these massive, giant people just sitting in chairs that are working, and they're yelling back and forth at each other. From the Furyburn side, he says, "I see you over there making a goddamn hammer like it's supposed to be a weapon, but you're supposed to be just tools over there, and if you think you're fucking slick," and he just kind of rumbles on, and then the other guy blows him off and looks at you, and that's about the time that you walk up.
I'm just sure it's just regular normal domestic abuse.
Oh, God.
This is not my fight. This is not my time. I am not getting involved with anything. I just want to get my stuff, and I want to find this criminal organization that I have to deal with.
So you approach the guy at Workborn. I gotta get better at reading these notes faster. Here he is. Almost. Okay. So this guy quickly introduces himself. He's huge. Like, he's got red hair. His hands are bigger than you are. He's even sitting in this chair is still like his head almost touches the roof.
Gigantic ginger.
Yeah. And he introduces himself. He says, "Hello, my name is Zenorn, and I wanted to apologize for all of the yelling. It's just that this," and he like raises his voice in the middle of it. This fraud across the street is always making tools and trying to pass them off as weapons because I know what he's doing, and he's not going to get away with it."
Oh, that sounds like a battle that's worth fighting for, shop-wise. Can I do my shopping here, sir?
What is it that you need?
I described to him what I want, the specific tool that I need. That is basically a metal pole with a eagle's claw that extends like a grappling hook. And it can grab things if I need to pull on it.
All right. He starts to kind of think on that, and like as you're describing it, you hear the guy yelling from across the street, and he said, "You'll never get anything of quality over there. Who's the real fraud? He just tried to scam everyone."
Okay, I yell back, "I like to make my own decisions. Don't rush me. My right, not yours."
The talking bag's got a lot to say flying around over. When you need a real weapon, then you come to me.
When I need a real good... Oh, God, I'm something right there.
All right. So this guy, Zenorn, he literally reaches into the forge that is hot as it should be, reaches into it, pulls out a piece of metal and starts rolling it into a pole shape in his bare hands, and then just blows on it like with his breath as it cools a little bit, and then dips it in the water and he like takes a new piece and starts to kind of fashion the claw for you and everything, and you're watching him, and he looks completely unfazed by the fact that this is hot. And he's just doing everything with his bare hands.
Can I make a he's some sort of giant, I can tell that, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't know he's a giant, you can tell that he is giant.
I'm just looking with fascinating extreme interest.
Cool.
Like,
I wouldn't even necessarily need a roll for somebody in this group can put together that this is a fire giant. And as far as you can tell, so is the guy across the street.
I was gonna say, can I deceive him to make him think that that actually is hot?
Why?
What is with you in deceiving people like this? I thought you were the healer. I thought you were the lawful good.
You can feel the heat pouring off of this. Like you know that he knows that it's hot. He just doesn't care.
all I see is this wolf.
Woof indeed. All right, so after a few minutes passes and you guys have gotten plenty of an earful of these two are just insulting and bickering and going back and forth at each other from across the street, he makes the tool that you need. And he says that he will give it to you for 8 silver pieces. Said it would be more, but he's never seen a talking dog before.
I agree.
All right. You get the 8 silver. He outstretches his hand, and like you could fit yourself in this hand at least 20 times. I know you're not very big, but I mean it's massive. And you drop the silver in there, and he just kind of squishes it and crushes it in his hand and dips it in the fire and then pulls it back out and has just rolled it into just a silver ball and cools it and sets it on a shelf.
Dang. So it's still hot?
No, he just cooled it off.
And I take it and pay for it.
There you go. That's how he made the silver ball.
Sweet. Wait, I've been since I basically have this now. I put this as I combined the very heavy book. Wow, I can't say thesaurus. Damn. And put it on the eagle's claw, and now I have a hitting stick.
There you go. All right. As the guy across the street sees you do that, he starts to yell again. I knew you were over there fashioning weapons.
It's not a weapon. It's knowledge.
He just carries on. His fight's not with you.
You know what? I go up to the giant.
Which one? The one that just...
I'm sorry.
The weapon one that was yelling a second ago?
Wait a minute. There's something I hear that I have that could that'll be really good here. What is it? Well, sorry. Where is it? Ah, crap. Damn. Fucking... Where is it? Ah, here it is. Finally. Since I'll download this, save it in the media folder, I guess. Okay, I'll try to bring this out. Where is it? My files. Okay, where is it here? I'll still move to try to rename open with. There you go, share. Discord. Select a category. Oh, here we go. I'll put it under Cast Illusionary Spell Script.
Alright.
Okay, and send. I tell him to use this at him if we ever get pissed off.
Rat
What?
sit, bat sat.
Jesus.
My God.
Alright.
He just have to calm down and really stick a monkey wrench in his brain.
Oh my god.
Works all the time.
Fair enough.
Are we quite done for what? Are we quite done just breaking people's brains? We should get going.
Where do you want to go next? You guys have been at this for probably an hour. You know that the guy at the inn told you he'd be off in about 2.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet him.
Me as well.
So you're gonna head back towards the inn?
I guess I will, yeah.
Now,
'cause
hold-
the meeting was
now, hold on,
specifically
hold
with
on.
me.
Depending on where, like, how long is it going to take for us to get to the inn?
I mean a few minutes, not an hour.
All right. Right before we actually start going anywhere, I think that we should probably go to the alchemical plant. Now is a good time. We still have an hour. We still have roughly an hour until we meet the guy. It should be an easy trip in and out. In, get something, and get out. Should be pretty easy.
It's noon. It's noon, which does gives us a good cover.
Exactly.
I think that is a good.
Scientist guy say something about doing it at night.
Yeah, it's night. It's noon right now, though.
So we have the greatest amount of cover with the sun directly down onto us.
Oh, yeah,
fine. We'll wait until
How about I go? I'm small, nobody pays attention to a dog.
The fence is higher than you can jump.
I have a bag and I'm flying. I'm literally floating around in your head. But whoo, going around you in circles.
Mr. Puppy.
Well, to be fair, going around me in circles is 2 feet off the ground.
I'm higher.
I'm 3'5".
This is a exploded alchemic plant. I have a very suspicious, creeping feeling that there's going to be gigantic mutant rats in there.
Don't give the DM ideas!
You're welcome, DM.
Have you learned nothing?
Oh god. Okay,
No.
so you
Nothing.
were right. Jerry did suggest doing it at night. You can try to make your way there, though.
We'll wait until night.
Okay.
Wait until night. Yeah.
Give
Fine.
the giant rats something to work for. Not that. Surely not. Okay.
Totally.
Any other shops you wanted to visit? Did you want to look for the tent thingy, or
Can I sell the deer pelt I probably have if I do have a deer pelt from cooking that deer?
Yeah, we should probably... Oops, sorry.
Do you know how?
No. Do you remember that deer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't...
Could I just sell that to a tanner?
Oh, yeah, you could take it over to you could
You're telling me none of us have commented on the dead deer on that cat's back this whole last time.
This is news to me.
No, it's only the pelt. Only the pelt. I already cooked all the meat.
Oh, good.
Question, did you also bathe in some kind of chemical or something? Because if you haven't done that, it probably it probably stinks real deep.
Oh, good. So you remember seeing some tanning setup outside of Cataclysmic Doomsday Apocalypse, or there's also the Butcher, the Meat Boutique Deluxe Emporium, that might have some idea on that. I mean, you can always try the pet shop.
I don't know why, but I think that pet shop has it out for me. You know what? I want to sneak around the pet shop. I want to roll stealth and try to hear what they're saying, if they're saying anything.
You want to go inside, or you want to look around out?
No, I'm going to go on the wall and put my ear to the wall and see what I can hear with dogs hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
Do stealth first to see if you get seen.
Okay, very well. Where are you, stealth? Here we go. Stealth.
I'm just waiting for a 1. Oh, it wasn't a 1.
17.
All right. So you see they're out there looking for you again, or looking around. But you do manage to kind of slip by, and you can press your ear to a wall. Go ahead and roll perception for that one.
Oh, damn, I got 6.
All right, so you can hear the muffled voices, and you also hear some like barking and meowing and whatnot, but you can't really make anything out.
Wait a minute. Are they distressful barking and meowing? And even if there's barking, I speak Doganese.
Doganese.
The canine word.
You still don't pick out anything like specific per se, but as far as a mood, you can tell some of them are fine, and some of them seem like they're not too happy about where they're at. It varies.
Can I make that deer hide, that deer's fur, into a brush?
Like a paintbrush?
No. The deer hair to make small, like, comb brushes.
Oh.
Like a comb brush, because I'm a cat and I need to take care of my fur and,
I think if you wanted to try to work on that, probably picked up a little supplies from the trendy trim threads, you could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
I think you would use a rib cage for that personally, but
A
rib cage?
yeah, I mean,
That's
as a coat,
kind of big.
Well,
the best rib cage.
Well, the thing is about the brushes is that, like, deer hair has commercially been used for brushes, like, like, it is hair brushes.
I think
Because it's good at picking up stuff.
if you spend a little time on it, like, during your rest or something, you could probably do it.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you guys doing while Digby's trying to listen?
Actually, I kind of want to go to, I think her name is Crossblade?
Digby?
I'm
Yeah.
going back to the waiting for the appointment.
Okay.
I'm
who's
going
Crossblade?
to I'm going to go and try and find a place that sells the blanket of fortitude, because we're going to need that eventually.
Okay.
I guess I'm on my own on this one.
Yep.
I would like to, there's also, no, you're selling pails, so yeah, I'm on my own on this one. I would like to wait for one of the customers, like one of the employees, to be away from one another, and then I'm going to unhook my, great, now I forgot that word. Grappling hook, and make sure I have the wire part, as I wait for one of them to be alone, so I can sneak attack them and try to pull them in a stranglehold
Oh my god.
alone.
Okay. Frostbite, what are you doing specifically?
I'm just picking up supplies to be able to turn this deer into a brush.
Okay.
Turn it into brushes for travel
Okay.
for the group.
So as you
Yeah.
guys abandon Digby off to the side, you see as you're walking by, the guy in the doorway is staring at you, Frostbite, intently, and then kind of looks around like he's looking for your little dog friend. Digby, you notice that the guy in the doorway kind of stays in the doorway, and everybody else is inside. You're not sure how many people work there or anything.
Yeah, fine, I'll get him here. Since I already rolled a 17, he probably hasn't seen me. I'll just make what is it? I'll make a sound to distract him so I can grab him, so I can have an opportunity to attack him from the back.
Why?
Okay, so there's not much like come up behind the person in the doorway and since it's a separate thing, you'll want to roll stealth again for that.
Aw.
Fine. God be with me.
Gods do not be with him.
Hey,
Okay. All right. Okay. If you wish to proceed, make your attack.
I'm not
Please,
attacking.
no.
I'm just putting in a wire stranglehold.
That feels like an attack.
Yeah.
I just basically have his neck with a wire.
You're still gonna have to make his AC.
What's the AC, if I may ask?
You have to roll a d20. Roll a d20.
Will the wait, but can I use acrobatics? I am sneaking up on him, and he is taller than me.
Are you doing a backflip to get to him?
Well, like I have to do. I can do a wall run.
What?
Okay. You can do acrobatics if you're gonna wall run him up there to try to get this thing around his neck.
Yep, I will. Wall run, surprise him. Okay. Dex. What's that the word rule?
You roll 1d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, here we go, acrobatics. And since it's in back, I get the advantage. Okay, and roll.
There you go.
Ooh, 25.
All right, so you pop around the corner and run up the side of this wall in using
Jump to his neck.
using your little claws to get up there, and you are certain that a couple of the people just walking by definitely see you and just kind of watch, but you run up and wrap this thing around this guy's neck, and then what?
Why have you been staring at me all this time? You are so freaking suspicious. I feel violated by you staring at me.
Okay, for the record, how much does Digby weigh?
He is very small and very light, but very strong.
But very strong. So,
Strength in D&D is relative to your character's weight. So, like, if you weigh like 2 pounds, but your strength is a 20, then technically your character can lift about like 10 pounds because you're just stronger than the average person for your weight.
I'm stronger than the average dog.
So this thing comes around his neck, and you like are hanging there with this thing around it and start hollering, and he spins around like, what the hell? And you swing and kind of smack into the wall a little bit. You are now like flopping, and as the dude is trying to shake you off of him. And he is just yelling like, what the hell? What is going on? And he can't see you because you're behind him.
I just keep on yelling, who are you? Why do you keep staring at me? And why are you acting so crazy?
Oh, God. Since you got a natural 20, I won't make you re-roll. I'll say you're able to hold on, but it's a little rough.
Yeah, you are. He is
flailing.
He is smashing you against the wall, most likely.
So he like starts reaching back to try to get a hold of whatever's going on. He's got one hand on his thing, and he starts to kind of register what's going on, and kind of stops for a second to like more calmly try to take it off, which is way easier when you're not in a panic. And he is like, what are you talking about?
Fine. As my last final words, I am just going to say one thing towards you. Sleep.
What?
So
I choke him out.
You choke him out. Are you casting like a spell, or are you just literally trying to choke him
No,
out?
I'm not casting a spell. I literally have him by the neck. I'm still on him, and I'm going to squeeze so tight that it puts him to sleep,
Oh,
like
okay.
Oh my
cutting off
God.
his air circulation.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So you start choking this guy out, and at about that point, he can't get a hold of you, so it seems like it's starting to work a little bit, and he's panicking. Some of the people from outside start to look a little concerned, and there's a little bit of a commotion, and then someone else runs up from inside and like yanks you off of him, and is
Wait a
like,
minute, no. If he or she tries to get me up, they have to go do a counter strength check.
and all they got to do is
You
grab the thing. All right, they can make a strength check to be able to pick up like 4 pounds.
Now they have to make a strength check to see if they can take me away from his neck.
I don't feel like you have any leverage,
I don't think you do.
and I also think the bag is on the floor because you aren't maintaining your mage hand anymore.
Yep.
Okay, I can get that. I can get with that.
So they go to yank you off, and have basically grabbed by the device, and are trying to like remove it. And the guy's gasping for air. And as the woman that has come out to try to save him meets eyes with you, she's like gets like wide eyes and starts to gasp herself, but more in like surprise and excitement, and just tries to actually grab you and pick you up to stare at you in the face, and is like, wow, you are perfect.
I know I am. What of it?
And she turns and starts to like walk inside, just leaving the guy abandoned here to cough and try to gather himself, and takes you inside and is like, look, you would fit in so well here. You and like turns to look back outside. Where is your tabaxi friend? I saw. Well, you'll do for now. And you start to look around the room, and you see all manner of pets. Cats and dogs, and
Is there a possum in there?
there is a possum.
Are there humans in there?
I mean, there's a human holding you. Cats and dogs. There's a possum. There's snakes. There's even like little baby bears, and I mean, just about anything you can think of.
Question: is there an owl bear egg? Because I will snatch that thing up so quickly.
There are eggs on shelves of various kinds. There actually is a baby owl bear in one of the things. Have you gone in the shop with him?
I will go in there. Like, so you said there's a baby owl bear. Is there a baby owl bear egg? Because I would love the baby owl bear, but
there are eggs. If you ask, they would point you to one. They said, we're pretty sure this is one. It hasn't hatched. We just are pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that egg.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the background, you just have Frostbrand just like, what the fuck?
Oh, did you go in there too?
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm in the background just I'm trying to make us all brushes out of this thing.
So you're nearby. Another of the workers will approach you, Frostblad, and be like, wow, I have never seen such an exquisite coat. And it is like admiring your fur.
Well, thank you. second off, is that all it was? Because all, if that's all you want to talk about, I'm willing to give tips on grooming if that's what you need.
Could you come inside to look at some of what we got? Maybe you'll find something you want. Maybe you can give us some tips.
I mean, it's actually rather simple, really. It's
And he turns to start walking in. He's like, come in here and show me.
Can I roll an insight check?
Absolutely.
Like, and can Jerry help me with this? I'm scared.
Sure.
Okay, so that would be insight with advantage. Got it. I am spooked. Why is this happening? Insight with advantage.
Okay. You get the distinct impression that he is very legitimately admiring your fur and would like some tips. You sense no deception.
Alright, I'll follow him and basically just show him how I'm taking the deer and just putting it in sort of this, like, I'm taking the deer and oiling up this brush and carefully just brushing myself with it. Like,
Okay.
this makeshift brush that I've made. This is actually kind of common where I come from. This is really common where I come from, actually.
He just watches you and looks like he's taking it all in, and starts asking you some questions and going back and forth, and then he wants to kind of show you around. And they, like, between the three staff that you've seen, the one guy has kind of recovered from his deal. They all would like to kind of give you guys the tour, kind of show them what they've got, and they'll ask questions about your things.
Yep.
Everyone, as you go around, you see all manner of creature, right? But
DM?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I will not interrupt after this. I'm gonna have, I would be on the defense. If she tries to put me in a cage, I'm whacking her with a book staff.
Noted. So they're walking you around showing, and you guys can see that the basic cats and dogs of various breeds and things, they look like they're fairly well taken care of. And they bring you around and they say, and this is our exotic pet section. We have snakes, we have an owl bear, we have regular bears, we have just about anything. And if you're looking for something specific and we don't have it, we can probably acquire it if you give us a little time. And that is when you turn to see that the snake in front of you is a cat that has been wrapped in fabric tightly so that it can't move its legs and is dressed to look like a snake.
Said Digby.
And the...
Wait, a ferret?
Oh.
What?
A ferret?
Is literally a cat that is in costume to be a snake. You also see that the owl bear is a small dog with feathers and white fur glued to it, and has a little headband with little owlbear ears on it. And you start to look around the room to realize that everything in here is a cat or a dog that has been forced into some type of costume, for lack of a better term, to look like all of these other animals.
This is animal cruelty.
Now I'm going to be giving the animal cruelty.
they appear defensive. They're like, well, no, these are exotic animals.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Well, if you would just understand, like, look over here, and like starts to walk across the room to try to show you something different. Like, look at these, and you get across the room, and they open up one of the cages to try to pull one of these things out, and it's like, look, if you just, and then Digby, they're trying to shove you in a cage.
Remember when I said I was in the defensive action in case she tries to shove me in the cage, I whack her?
You can certainly
I'm
try.
in this. I'm in the building as well.
Yep.
Right,
So,
I'll whack her in the head to... Sorry, you first.
Sorry, it's okay. I cast hideous laughter on the guy the moment he tries to shove him in the cage.
Okay, what's the
No,
save?
it's the lady. It's the lady who's doing that.
Yeah, the lady's still carrying him. Either way.
And
Oh.
for me, since he's trying to put me in a cage, I will just say this: taste the knowledge.
Taste knowledge.
Alright, yes. The spell save DC is 15.
15. And is it wisdom?
It is a wisdom save, yes.
All right, and then Digby, as you were trying to hit her at the same time, you can try because you're still holding your thing, but she is holding you, so your ability to move around like that is going to be limited. So you can make your roll, but at disadvantage.
Question: if she does grab me, is she grabbing me by the scruff?
No, she's holding you like by the chest behind the front legs.
Sorry.
Sorry. How close am I to her chest, if I may ask?
To hers?
Yes.
I mean, like half an arm.
Question: if I extend, can I be able to put my feet on her chest?
I don't feel like your legs are very long.
Fine, then I guess I'm doing this the other way. I use my puppy paws to quite literally touch her hand and the wrist, and use shocking grasp.
Okay.
I am also going to cast not hideous laughter, but color spray.
Oh, okay. I was about to tell you she failed the save.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
yeah, I'm still casting color spray.
Okay.
I'm still casting color spray because this one will actually blind her so she doesn't know what she's doing.
Okay.
Or, actually, no. Like, hideous laughter, she failed the save anyway. It doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
That's hideous laughter,
yeah.
and knock her prone.
It's happening
Quick
like at the
question.
same time, so I want to make sure Digby's got his chance. What?
Is this the place where we heard the screaming,
No,
like when we were walking down?
No, the yelling was the two fire giants arguing with each other.
Oh, okay.
This is the one that was
Question:
staring at you. What way?
sorry, question. Since the lady who's trying to put me in a cage, we gave her 2 attacks at the same time. She can only dodge one of us, correct? Doesn't one of us have an advantage?
Well, the hideous laughter is a save, so like the spell takes effect regardless. It's just a matter of whether or not she can resist. But these two things are happening at the same time. So, how does shocking grasp? Is that a to hit or is that a save?
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
You would have advantage because she's literally holding you.
Okay,
Yeah, plus since she's prone, that gives advantage anyway.
Yeah, like as you ride it down.
okay.
You
So
basically
shocking
you would have
grasp.
to fail really bad for it to not work.
Yeah.
Great.
AKA roll 3 1s in a row.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. I should go into combat mode. No. Okay. What do I roll again?
Shocking grasps.
Yeah, but
you roll your 1d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, 1d20
plus your
Okay.
spellcasting modifier, which should be in spells.
Let's see. AC of 16. Let's see. PB.
That's a plus 4, I think.
Wait, my base score is 8 plus my I think it's intelligence.
That should all be factored in already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. AC of 16, PB of 2, which means 18.
So if you just click the shocking drafts spell, it'll just roll it all for you.
Okay. It's not doing it.
Huh. Weird.
Great.
Here, I can
Freaking,
click it for you if it helps.
please do. Thank you.
Actually says it is a save.
Yeah. So 16 only.
Okay. Well, let's try. Still fails that save too. So, she starts to like laugh uncontrollably and falls on the ground. And as you're riding her to the ground, you shock her, and she. It didn't say how much damage you did. It does some bad things. It does some damage. Whatever
It does a 1d8. 1d8.
Okay, spell.
You
Okay.
roll a 1d8 plus your spell casting attack, I believe.
Here you go. Yeah, you roll 1d8.
Plus your spell attack bonus.
Yeah, which is +6.
Oh, here you go. Spell DC of 14. Spell attack bonus of 6. So then I just 1d8, correct?
It's 1d8 plus. Is it plus 6? No, wait. What spellcasting are you using? Which one? Like intelligence, wisdom, dexterity? Which one?
I think Artificer's Intelligence.
Yeah,
Intelligence. So you would add your int modifier. You would add your int modifier plus your proficiency.
I think I fixed your spell, by the way.
Which is 16.
So, what did you roll? You have to roll a 1d8 plus your proficiency, which should be 2 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. Roll.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Wait, 1?
1 plus your intelligence and proficiency, so plus 2 plus...
Plus 6, 7.
You have a 6 in intelligence?
Okay, wait.
+6, yeah.
I'm a 4 in wait.
Yeah, it's the bonus, so you add plus 4.
You could have a 22 on a level 1 character, or get to 22 on a level 1 character.
He's got a +4, and then it was proficiency on top of it.
Yeah, class buffs don't raise it above 20. It will just max out at 20. You have to actually grab a bonus later on.
Oh.
Yeah,
it just caps at 20 with
got
like
an
character
intelligence
creation.
at 19. It's the proficiency that's pushing it over.
Yeah.
Even with proficiency, it won't push over 20.
No, it's the +6 that's pushed over. Either way, so 7 damage.
I think I might be high then. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, 7 damage for that.
Perfect. All right. So you didn't kill her, but they're now freaking out because you committed an act of violence.
You just shoved me in the cage.
The entire store is in a panic, but the entire store consists of you guys and these 3 staff. So,
knock them out and steal the shit.
If you intend to make any further combative type moves, we're gonna have to go into initiative. This was like one thing that happened all at once.
Okay,
I
fine.
pick up. Yeah, I pick up the Yorkie Terrier and bolt out the building.
There you
Same.
go. Okay. All right.
Wait, I need to make time to get my bag.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. So you run out of the building and just take off down the road.
We're all just running out of the building.
Fair enough. And then, Kovac, you wanted to check out the forward-thinking visionary in hopes to find the thing? Or a lead on it, at least? Oh, he's gone. He died.
Go back.
He's
You
dead.
there?
I heard something.
Who's dead?
You?
Me?
No, I was just...
Yeah,
I
you're
couldn't
back
hear you. I
now.
thought you were dead.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You wanted to go check out the forward-thinking visionary in search of the...
Blanket of Fortitude.
Blanket of Fortitude, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you guys all going together? At least the three of you.
Yeah. I'm probably going.
Okay. You approach this small but like well kept building. Lots of these shops kind of range in how well they're kept and speedily built or not. This is actually like a decent little one. Fairly nondescript, but in good shape. And it has a nice sign, good, easy to read print and everything. And it says Forward Thinking Visionary. As you go to open the door, you are greeted by a human dude who's like, good afternoon, welcome to my store. My name is Roderick. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Yes. Do you have a blanket of fortitude?
I have a lot of things. I might be able to check the back to see because I don't always know what stuff is, but let me look and feel free to have a look around while you're in here.
Thank you.
As you guys look around this room, you see things that you have never in your life even imagined to see. There are so many different things. On one table, there is a wooden cube shape contraption of some sort that has a glass front, almost like a window. And then the rest of it is wood. And then next to it sits a narrower kind of rectangular box. And then it has some like glass pieces and some just oddly shaped things kind of sitting around it. On the other end of that table is a very small rectangular thing that also has kind of like a glass windowy looking piece on it. And this stuff, you're not quite sure what it is, but there's lots of these little things, lots of things with totally different appearances, but of similar style. And honestly, you don't know what to think of it.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend my money on anything else other than the Blanket of Fortitude, so I'm just going to wait patiently.
All right. After like a few minutes, he comes back out and he's like, honestly, I'm not sure that I'm finding. I have some blankets, but I don't think they'll do the thing that you want them to do. Have you tried this blanket though? And he kind of takes you over to some shelves where there are blankets lining, and this blanket that he's showing is made of like a reflective kind of material. Like it's pretty thin, but then it has like a piece of rope hanging off of it. It's hanging, but it's coiled off to the side, not hanging off the shelf. It's attached. Anyway, it's kind of reflective though, and on the other side of it is like a clothy material. He says this will keep you warm in the coldest of places.
How much does it cost?
Honestly, I haven't even thought that far. I am not used to the currency here. Where I'm from, all of our currency is made of paper.
Well, how about I do not buy it, but I trade it. You get something, I get something.
Would you have something that would fix my device?
Well, what device is it?
It's a time machine.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again, real quick?
It's a time machine. It's like a ship, a very small ship, and it will take me back to my time, but it's broken down, and the materials here are just not the same. As you see, and he starts to kind of point around the room, like this device, and he points to the smaller one at the other end of the table, would let me communicate across the world, but it just doesn't work right here.
I'm gonna roll insight to check if this guy is genuinely tweaking out, if he's insane. Because, yeah, he doesn't sound all right.
Okay.
Alright, let me see what I have to insight. Insight. I have a +1 insight. Not the greatest, but alright. Ooh, that is a natural 20.
Ew, yeah.
Hey.
You sense no deception, and he seems to be of sound mind, and you get the impression that he thoroughly believes that he is speaking the truth.
Yeah, he just kind of, like, twitches his eye, like his right eye specifically, because this man is a time traveler and has a device that will allow him to speak across the world. This is something that he has never seen before nor heard of that would even be considered possible.
Or conceivable.
I'm tempted to just see if I can place like my can I place my horn, which is made out of brass, because it's a brass horn, and just see if that helps.
Well, like you offer him to take it to try.
Yeah.
So he'll take it, and he kind of studies it for a second, and he's like, I am not sure that this is exactly what I would need, but it might be able to be repurposed. Would you mind if I tinker with it?
Go right ahead. It's me. It's just my horn. It's a 2-pound horn. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You can tinker with it.
Okay.
If it helps you.
He starts to walk towards the back room through a doorway in the back, And he leaves it open, and he hollers from back there. He's like, "You guys are welcome to come back here if you want. I understand this is a lot to take in, and there may be some skepticism, so you can wait up there if you wish, but you are welcome to come back here."
I want to see.
I'm going back there as well.
Yeah.
So you see him at a bit of a workbench with some tools and things, and he's kind of looks like he's using this brass horn, and I mean, for what it is, the thing is essentially destroyed as a horn, but he is working it into some pieces and then takes it over to this large section of the wall that has like a wooden box. I don't have a better word than that. A box that is locked, and he unhooks a padlock on it and like swings it open and folds some of the boards off, and like walks in there, and you hear like metal on metal and some other kind of thumpy noises and a little bit of like whirring and zzz kind of stuff, and it's just really noisy for a minute, and then he kind of steps back out, and he looks a little defeated. He's like, I don't think that did it.
Can I go in this? I know we were running out of the store, but are we in this store now?
Yeah. If you guys, did you walk to the back room with him?
I would like to. If anything, I have my backstory there is a little bit of mechanic in me, so can I sense any type of energy? There's like an arcane energy about power fluctuation.
Make Arcana with advantage.
Okay. Arcana with advantage. Ooh, 25.
There you go. You do not sense magical presence, but at the same time, so far you guys are on the outside of this kind of closety, boxy kind of space that he's opened up and went inside of and then stepped back out of. But you don't get any like vibes, shall we say.
So there's no energy that is going through this that I can recognize as magic.
Right.
Okay. Can I use intelligence to try to quickly figure this out? Like the wiring. I want to check the wiring, if there's any loose wires, or if there's anything that's supposed to be together but it's not. Something very, very simple that most people don't catch.
Okay, so you want to actually go inside that the box area to check it out?
Well, I am very small, and if I can fit it, I will do it.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to walk in there. It's just a matter of, do you want to go in?
Yes, I would.
You step inside, and you basically, like, the closed off area is almost like another room. It's just that it's not literally another room. So there's lots of space, but in there you see there is strange lighting that doesn't. It's definitely not torches. It's not really like any lantern you've ever seen. It kind of has a odd glow to it, and you're not sure that's something you see around here. And you see in the corner of this space is a large cube. It's brown, and it seems to be of like a thinner material. It almost looks... I'm hesitant to use the word soft because it's not like cloth or anything, but it doesn't seem like a hard, solid mass either. It's kind of an odd material that you're not used to.
Sorry.
Okay, since I don't know what these two things are, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm just only looking for small stuff that, like, easy rewire or try to fix something that looks damaged, or point out something that looks burnt, like a quick mechanic's view of it. Simple things that people would regularly miss.
Make an investigation check.
Okay, where is the investigation? Oh, here we go. Not 20!
Nice. All right, so you go like looking around this whole thing, and what you
That's
find,
a dirty 20.
dirty. Yeah,
That's a dirty 20. Yep.
Very 20, yeah.
even still, it's enough. You go looking around, and you're being careful with it, but what you see is on the inside of even if you're just looking from the outside, but on the inside of this cube-shaped thing, you see pieces of brass that definitely resemble what he had kind of been tinkering with the horn, that are driven into the walls of this thing and are actually poking out the other side a little bit in just kind of a pattern that doesn't look like it's actually accomplishing anything. And there are strings run between each of those pieces. Everything inside the box, there is a chair, like a whole like dining table chair is just sitting in there, and some newspapers and some other like food rations and random supplies, like that someone looks like they would be traveling. But other than that, there's not any, you don't see anything mechanical in this.
Oh, dear Lord. Well, since the guy, I'll call the guy who owns this time machine and ask if I can fiddle around with the wiring and try to see if I can get the correct pattern.
He says, "Oh, absolutely, yeah, give it a try," and he points you to the pieces of brass with the string wrapped around them.
Okay, I would like to, since my backstory says I'm a mechanic, and this looks like pretty much these wires look like wires, metal ones, I try to do the correct combination to what I can think is the correct combination.
You, with your great knowledge and practice, put it together in a way that makes the most sense to you, and you feel like if anything is going to work, this is it. And you, well, I guess he's standing there with you, so he's like, "Do you want me to try to fire it up?"
Here we go.
Okay, everybody stand back. And he walks in there, and he sits in the chair, and he kind of like taps on the wall a little bit, and kind of shuffles through some of the supplies that he has, and pulls out this metal rod and drives it into the floor. It like actually looks like it pokes through the floor a little bit, and then he starts to like push and pull and kind of rotate this rod, and then you see make a perception check on that.
Everybody, I guess.
Would you have probably gone around to see what in the world was going on?
Yep.
Then yeah.
Okay, perception, here we go. I got 14.
Alright, let me check what I got. Hold on. Alright, so perception is... Okay, it's a +1 perception. That's a total of 19.
19. Okay. So you guys are all seeing the same thing. Frostblad, you, for as far as you know, feel like dude's probably got this. You can hear like some unfamiliar noises of what sounds like what you could only imagine is machines working and everything, and that you can tell that the guy is he looks kind of excited, like he's kind of getting into it. Digby, you're a little bit closer, and you notice that like you're not sure what the hell this guy's doing, but he looks confident. But all you really are seeing is that he's shifting this rod around and tapping on the wall. But with Kovac, even though you're kind of in the back there with your 19, you notice dude is sitting there in this chair, and he's literally making noises with his mouth, like and stuff. Nothing's happening.
So, like, nothing's happening, like at all?
Nothing is truly happening. He's making the noises.
I see.
So this guy is just a good liar.
Either that or he actually believes this, which, considering that we are in the most poor part, like, we're in New Pyrite, which is considered one of the most... Actually,
Sorry, you first. You talk first.
DM, did they tell me about the administration of New Pyrite? Like...
Yeah, in short story, the king of all of Eastmarch runs it from New Pyrite. It is an 8-year-old child named King Everett, and he does have the habit of not taking advice and feeling he has the best way. And as such, the guards would have told you that a lot of the people don't really have a lot of faith in the government and have kind of taken some things to their own hand, and most have taken advantage of the fact that they can kind of just get away with stuff. Your overall impression of New Pyrite so far has, I would assume, not reflected the most upstanding reputation in a lot of places.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So, dude's sitting here in this chair, and he is working on his spaceship. But after about a minute or two of going at it, he removes the metal rod, and you see there's literally a hole through the floor of this cube, where you can actually see the stone floor underneath. And he sets it down and stands up, kind of brushes himself off a little, and said, "It was a really good try, but I don't think it's gonna work for what we need. I'll have to keep working on it."
You do that. Glad I could help.
But I tell you, because you guys tried to help, and I kind of ruined your horn. Though I do think that will be helpful. I will let you take that blanket as fair trade. I don't have a lot of use for the currency here once I get back home.
Digby just slowly walks backward out of there.
So out of curiosity, for how long they've been doing all that, going through a pet store, almost getting shoved in a cage, and then doing a time machine experiment thing, how much time do you think has passed for them?
You guys have killed about another hour, if not an hour and a half.
Yeah, so my meeting is probably already started with that one guy.
He's getting off his shift and making his talks with the owner and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm leaving this building. It's too crazy for me.
Do you take the blanket?
Yeah, I take the blanket.
I go to the bar.
Right.
He can pay for it.
Yeah, you did not have to pay for it. He traded it because you guys tried to help him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
As you're leaving, he makes sure that you got everything you need with this blanket. And he says, I hope it serves you well. It'll keep you warm anywhere. I call it the electric blanket.
Oh,
Is it essentially just a plastic aluminum thing?
It's cloth on one side and kind of a reflective material on the other, and then it has a rope coming out of the corner of it that was kind of coiled on the shelf. Like a literal rope, not like a power cord.
Okay, so it was technically my idea to get the blanket. So is it mine or whose is it?
But Dixie's the one that wasted an item here.
Say what now?
I think it was Frostbite.
Yeah, I'm the one who wasted an item, but if you want it, you can have it. Go back.
Thanks. I mean, technically, you already have a slave, so I don't have anything. So I think a slave is worth more than a blanket.
Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell did we all just witness?
A poor man's excuse for a time machine, probably.
Jerry says, I've never gone in there. I don't know. I don't ever have money for these places.
I think several of these people are insane. Like, more insane than you are, or me, or anybody else.
Let's think. Let's try to recap here. I quite literally hit a person on his head and didn't go to jail. I quite literally strangled someone in broad daylight, didn't go to jail. Almost got thrown in the cage, didn't go to jail. And now we're here fixing a poor man's time machine, didn't go to jail. I think we're pretty much good here. We're having a normal adventure, I think. Didn't go to jail.
You guys got other people sent to jail.
Oh no, I'm literally
To be fair, the first session started off with our execution.
Yeah, that's true.
Frostword is just like, okay, so the king's an 8-year-old. Does anybody else smell a reason that this revolt has happened?
Nope.
Are you being sarcastic?
What do you think? And Digby's looking at you with bra going up and down.
Digby, from your book on the history of the Isles, you would know that prior to the separation into East and West March, the Isles was a prosperous and extravagant place. It was very well handled. The royal family did wonders. Everyone was happy here. Super low crime rates everywhere. There was no mention of the city of New Pyrite, but the capital of the Isles was called Pyrite.
I tell him that information. I think I just broke his break, people. Stand back.
Oh, God.
I think I threw this fucking wrench too hard.
Would you guys...
We're in Looney Town. Let's just go... What?
Do you guys want to go meet up with your bartender guy to figure out what's up?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all arrive. A couple of you were already there.
I was just
Or at
telling you
least
that was
one of you
there.
was already there. You guys had rented a room for the next day so that you already had a place. And you see the bartender guy kind of sees you all enter as he looks like he's been killing time a little bit. And then...
Hey, that whole time, I'm just doing the performance in the bar.
Sure.
You know what? I'd like to help him do the...
You were there the whole time. I was there the whole time.
Hell yeah. You can pull together... You can pull together 3 silver and 2 copper from your people just throwing money at you. I tried to give you 50,000 platinum the other day and you didn't want it, so I guess we're going cheap.
Very.
God, or maybe everybody's poor. I'm not sure. Okay, so you guys,
To be fair, I haven't spent a single bit of money yet.
hell yeah.
I only spend very little.
I'm the richest in the group.
Depends.
Yeah, but you got to spend so much to get spells and stuff done.
Yeah, I have to spend like 50 gold each in order to learn a spell.
That's painful.
Unless, yeah, but if I choose to go evocation, and then I can learn evocation spells for 25 gold apiece.
Hey, there you
Which is
go.
still painful. It's still painful, but it's not as painful.
Quite as bad. Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys go to go upstairs to this room to have your meeting, and he joins you pretty soon after that. As he very cautiously enters the room and closes the door behind him and locks it, he walks over to the bed and pulls the blanket off and starts like placing it on the bottom of the door, and he closes the window, and basically it seems like he's trying to cut down on any eavesdropping that might be possible.
I am.
Cat messing with my cord.
I am going to help him just set up everything so that way nobody hears us.
Okay. So go about all that, and he kind of looks questioningly at Jerry as he didn't see him before.
You can make Jerry go outside.
Nah, he'll be all right. He just didn't know him before. He said, "I don't know any of you guys really, so it's all the same."
Yeah.
So as he seems basically content with, the audio security there, he's like, "It wasn't safe to talk in public. What are you trying to figure out?"
Yeah, so earlier when I was talking to you about the rebel group, I was trying to figure out like where we might be able to find them. We were tasked by the guards to essentially turn them to a righteous path.
But at this point, I'm.
Yeah, I'm like wondering about like how you feel about the rebel group here.
At this point, we're just wondering what the. At this point, I'm starting to understand why the rebellion is happening. Half the people here are insane.
Feels like a lovely place to live at.
So, do you guys use the name the Corrupted Republic though?
Yes.
Okay. So he. Let's see. He said the Corrupted Republic. I don't know much about it, but the whole time that he's saying this is kind of like a hushed, nervous way about him. All that I can say is that it's a very secretive underground organization that they built here in Eastmarch to handle things that they felt the king was not fit to handle. But all of its members' identities are kept secret.
Okay. I walk up to him saying, "What did the corrupt republic exactly do during its reign?"
Well, it didn't have a reign. It's unsatisfied with the current king and the government overall.
Okay. So basically, they're just whining and they haven't done anything.
I'm not sure what exactly their overall goals are, but I do know that they have some people in high places.
Well, take it away. Anyone else?
You know how we can get in contact with the corrupt republic?
I don't think it's that simple. They don't really want to be found. They just want to affect things.
Wait a minute. I quickly go back to him and I talk about a certain little badge I found on someone else last session.
Oh, okay.
About 2 rectangles and a triangle, I think.
Diamond.
Yes.
A diamond, a symbol. That symbol. If he can tell me what it means.
He looks at you and shakes his head a little bit, and he's like, "No, I don't know anything about that."
What was it? Insight check.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are you? Insight. Mark, 14.
He is definitely hiding something.
Okay, thank God the door's locked. But I didn't say that. I quickly go to one of the strongest looking team members and tell him what I know he's lying.
Alright, it's my turn then. So, this tabaxi that's both lean and muscular towers. How tall is this man?
Just like an average sized human dude, you know. Like,
So he's like 5 foot. Yeah, he's
5, 6 foot, somewhere in there.
You just have my tabaxi basically just like you have Frostblend basically just slowly start to take out the great axe that's almost as tall as him, like, and then because he's like 6 foot. Frostblend is 6 foot tall cat, and slowly going for the great axe. Now, don't you lie to us.
I blocked the exit. Sorry.
Don't lie to us.
Roll
It will be alrighty. Roger.
I went to the strongest member because I knew they could have advantage on strength and the intimidation thing.
Yep. So would it be advantage then for that? Or no?
Sure.
I'm also blocking the door.
You guys are team working.
Yep.
Meet my TV friend.
And it is intimidation. With a 13, Wheeze.
Wait, did he have advantage at that?
What?
You have advantage at that?
Yeah, he got
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Oh,
a 2
okay.
and a 13.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you have to be careful with information. I can't tell you what that symbol means. I mean, I really just actually can't tell you what that symbol means.
Okay,
Wait a minute. Can
Go ahead.
Can I do like a history check?
Sure.
Nope. Nope. I know nothing.
You have no idea.
can I check for? Sorry, can I check for arcane magic to see if he literally can't tell us about it? Like he's under a spell contract or something? That's magic.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll history to check what the symbol means because I have a +7 in history.
Okay, and then maybe I guess go with Arcana. It's kind of like a weird mix between that and Insight.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1, but since I'm a halfling, I get to re-roll.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope it's better.
It's 16 plus a 7 equals 23.
Perfect.
I only got 10. Damn.
Okay. You do not sense a magical reason that he can't tell, at least as far as you can tell. And then this is, even in all of your studies, this is not something you've seen before.
I've been rolling high constantly, and I don't know jack shit.
Excuse me, sir.
The best I can tell you is that a lot of things have changed in the past, like 2 or 3 years in the Isles, and so a lot of things are new.
You guys mind if I take over for a moment? I'm very persuasive. I would kind of whisper that to the group.
The panel is yours.
Excuse me, sir. So, I'm just kind of more curious. Are you kind of pro-Corrupt Republic, or are you con to it?
I barely know anything about it, but I think the name would suggest all on its own that it's not good people.
I believe that you are kind of lying to me right now, sir, because you do have some idea on that you cannot tell us for. And I believe that symbol is something that you do recognize. Can I try and persuade him to leak information there?
Specifically to know more about the symbol?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was actually waiting for persuasion on that.
Cautiously, he says, what I can tell you is that symbol does not represent the corrupted republic. I can't tell you what it represents because I don't know the name. These people don't use names. It's safer that way.
Okay, to discover the frickin' Shadow Revolution.
But I'm going to roll off that persuasion with it for a very limited sense of trust. It says, but if you are interested in trying to find out more, then I have a contact that I could arrange a meeting with.
I'd very much appreciate that.
But I need certain assurances.
I'll go.
What is this assurances?
You already don't know my name, so that part's easy. And I will give you something that will help confirm yourselves as at least an expectation of not the enemy. You must keep quiet about anything that you find out, and especially keep me out of it.
Sounds reasonable.
That's fair.
And if at any point you want to talk again, then approach the bar and order
Extra thin Bloody Mary.
there you go. That'll work.
Can you repeat that?
An extra thin Bloody Mary.
That'll be the code. And if you order that, then I'll know to meet with you later. But I'll be very clear, I'm not in charge of anything.
God, we get that you're just a delivery person. Nothing more.
So he reaches into his pocket and then holds his hand out like he's holding something to give someone something. Who will take it?
Never mind.
Should I take it? Or should June take it? June, you, or Astra, you take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
You're the most charismatic one out of all of us.
Okay, so you hold out your hand, and he places a small black stone that is shaped like a diamond. I'll be clear, it is not a diamond, it is just shaped like a diamond. He says, keep this, don't show it to anyone, and I will arrange the meeting. These people only meet at night. If you go to the farthest end of the trade district when it is closed at midnight and enter the sewers, then I will arrange a meeting for midnight in that sewer at the far end of the trade district. Have this stone ready, and you should know what to do with it when you get there.
What time? What date?
Tonight.
Tonight? Okay. So, what do you think? We go there first, guys? Or do we want to do the alchemist one as well?
We could split the group up into two teams. One for the meeting, one for the alchemical place.
That's always safe.
You can't be throwing too much bad at us, except for maybe like giant mutant rats, which are easily one-shottable for fighters.
So I'm going to take Frostblood. June and the Yorkie Terrier can go to the meeting.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Mainly because those two are more charismatic, and let's be honest, I only have 2 spell slots.
Fair
And
enough.
my job is to just be the muscle. Got it.
Yeah. Plus, you're the meat shield, so I can cast multiple magic missiles.
Yes.
Okay, so as long as you'll let him, the dude will take his leave and go home. He's been awake all night. You guys have a plan. It's still like late afternoon, so you can probably like, I'm gonna wrap up our session, but like you could probably kill some time doing whatever between now and then, and we'll pick up at night next week. That being said, I wanted to leave one note for everyone, but most specifically Astra should have noticed. Frostbite probably would have picked up on it a little, but Astra had a most direct interaction with the guards. Contrary to your experiences yesterday, none of these people look like they thought you were any different than anybody else.
We're all crazy.
So, Astra, I don't know if you would have expected to get...
I actually kind of noticed that myself earlier, so...
Yeah. Because you remember, at that time they were pulling out drawings and all of this, but nobody's really questioned you any different than anyone. So do with that what you will. Other than that, we'll meet up next time. We'll do great things. And for all of our viewers out there, thanks for bearing with us, because it was a mess and a half. Feel free to check out the recording on YouTube. It'll probably be closer to next session, because I'm still trying to finish editing the other one with all of our technical wonderful issues. But we'll get it all up. And then I invite you all to join me on Monday for Music Mondays and Wednesday for Horror Night. That is Horror Roar, not the other thing. And that's all I've got. So thanks all. See you next time.